Portland is no stranger to protests. We have seen marches, rallies, camps, and clashes. Political activism and even unrest comes with the territory in the Rose City. 50 years ago, during the middle of the Vietnam War, is when it kind of started. The park blocks in downtown Portland became a battleground at Portland State University, culminating with a violent confrontation between protesters and police. People were angry because of another protest a week earlier at Kent State University in Ohio. On May 4th, 1970, National Guardsmen there opened fire on anti-war demonstrators. 4 Kent State students were killed and 9 others wounded. The tragedy sent a rallying cry for student strikes at colleges around the country, including Portland State. Anticipating a conflict, PSU's president shut down the school for a week, and students took the time to take over. They blocked entry to campus with 9 barricades and made a camp called the Liberated Zone, which included a medic tent. When classes were set to start back up on May 11th, students refused to take the camp down, and Portland police moved in. Chaos erupted as police pulled protesters away from the camp and tore down the Liberated Zone. 24 people ended up in the hospital following what became known as the Battle of the Park Blocks. But the movement wasn't over. The next day, 3,000 people marched to City Hall, bringing together not just students, but others inspired and outraged by what they saw. 50 years later, the protest is just a blip compared to what's rocked the city since, but it stands as a historic touchstone of Portland's anti-war movement and a reminder of how quickly demonstrations can escalate.